Hi guys, Barry Campbell from TriFit coming at you with another quick tip on fitness. Today we're going to go over some supplement stuff. I know we got reached out to on some of that stuff on our Facebook page the last time. Supplements in general, speaking for myself, and I think I speak for a lot of the other trainers at TriFit, is in a sense what it is. It's a supplement. So look at that word and see if you're already getting it in your natural diet, you probably don't need it. Start there first before anything else. Can you get it from food that you are already eating or that you like, or maybe that you want to change your diet to see if you do like? That is the essential word of a supplement. So if you're taking supplements of stuff you're already using or getting from your food, you're just having really expensive bills for no reason. So just look at that first of all, and then from then we'll go into each individual supplement. Protein is a subject that comes up probably more than anything when it comes to supplements in the fitness and either world of trying to gain weight or the world of trying to lose weight. It's pretty versatile. It's one of the pillars of your caloric intakes, and it is the one that your body will break down to build your muscle and repair muscle back, because it is made up of your branched chain amino acids. A lot of times people ask about the average male protein intake. And what I would say to that is, first you need to get your lean muscle weight, which if you're a 200-pound man and you've got 20% body fat, then your lean body mass is around 160 pounds. I would take that number and multiply it by 0.7, and that would be what I would recommend for a protein intake of a day, as long as you divide that over 4 to 5, even 6 meals, because a lot of times people will say 1 gram of protein per body weight. And that's on the high side to begin with, and then a lot of times people don't realize that that's of lean body mass, not of your body weight. So if you're 240 pounds and you should be a 180-pound guy, you shouldn't be taking 240 grams of protein to lose weight. You should just be eating the protein account to what your lean mass is, and then that's a 0.7. So for easy math, 160 pounds times 0.7 is where I would start for most. That's probably a general 160 to 180 pound man. Should be around in there. Protein is not always created equal. So a lot of times you're going to get the same caloric intake from that protein, but a lot of times the fat and the other things that you have to ingest to get that protein is either higher or lower in some stuff. We always feel like you should do lean proteins, which is lean chicken breast, lean cuts of beef. Your steak cuts should be fillets or sirloins, staying away from the more fatty meats that are visceral fat. And even pork can be a good substitute, as long as it's a good white meat of the pork and not something in the fatty side of it. Other than that, protein substitutes can be used. Whey protein, casein protein, different sources of dry powdered proteins. And all of those are a little bit different. So your whey protein is much more accessible, like post-workout. If you really need to get something in the body and get it upgraded really quickly, we would do a whey protein, which your soys and your other proteins like casein can sometimes be slower digested. So you would want to use those in situations where you might not eat for a little bit longer, maybe a right before bed type thing. I'm not saying that everybody should take a powder protein, because again, if you can get it from your food, I recommend you get it from your food. And I also recommend getting it from a wide arrangement of food. Try not to get the same amount of food and just pick out exactly what you want and eat the same thing all the time. Our body runs good off of being able to go through the seasons of what's fresh in that season. Don't be afraid to try new stuff, because that's the kind of the way the seasons work. And you know, a long time ago, before we could freeze stuff, you couldn't get that stuff in different seasons. So just eat what's seasonal, and that should always be the best calorie intake that you can for greens or squashes or anything on the vegetable side of it too. I don't recommend a fat burner, but to say that, what a fat burner is essentially most of the time is a caffeine with some other herbs and stuff in the pill to up your body temperature. It's a thermogenic, and that's exactly what it does. So as your body heats up, you burn more calories. I don't think that that's needed. I don't think that it's the end of the world to take one, you know, when you have a early morning or something where you really need something extra. But to be honest with you, pre-workout drinks, I don't even recommend them that much either. we a lot of times will substitute all of that with just some coffee, to be honest, because coffee has your caffeine. It is a warm drink. It is a natural thermogenic because of its heat, and also of the caffeine that you get from it. And you know, there's been a lot of things going back and forth on whether coffee is really good for you or not. But if you're drinking a cup or a cup and a half of coffee pre-workout or in the morning before you get ready for work, I would be much more inclined to tell you to do that than to take a pill or take one of these powdered energy drinks or pre-canned energy drinks, which could be some of the worst ones on the market. So again, in that situation, I hate to be redundant, but I would try to be as natural as possible when it comes to supplements of thermogenic nature. And that's your weekly tip, brought to you by TriFit.